All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready? 10 logo. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Mark 20, Mark 20, Mark 20. Look, squeeze. Check 25, check 25. Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, wahoo. Tighten up. Now.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence, flush to his right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant. Smooth. Mike 10. Mike 10, Mike 10. Come on, baby.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Down. 18, Gator. Bristol, hey, C6.
Second and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Set. 60 outlaw. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Shoot.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
59. Hey, lock it. Hey, Alpha. Yep.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. The pass complete. It's Bird. 23 yards, the final tally.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Look at me. Go. Hey. 5.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown. Indianapolis. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Ready up.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, but it's going to be second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4.
Here we go.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Yo, faster. Be crippled.
Geis with the carry on second down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Patriots nothing.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Go.
When the rep, let's go right here. Watch out. Wide, get wide.
Fight.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence flushed out right. He gets it in the hands of Geis. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
At the Colts' 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, Haywood!
2nd and 9 now. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
First down, New England.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, Echo!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
64, weak. Hey, Foxtrot. Fire.
Looking to throw. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Reed for a New England touchdown. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Patriots 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for it.
That he's into the clear. 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Come on. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. General West. Smoke. SOS. Leo. Rush in.
To throw again. Lawrence under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, seam 6. Look at me. Zip.
From the gun, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, Alpha. Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. So don't say nothing.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10.
Alert 3.
Now back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Tight dog. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. 61. Matchbox right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half.
The Pets are going to get there. Down he goes. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Go. I'm going to run you over. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Let's go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
132 fighter. Hey, exit. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Ricky.
Check. You draw quarters. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Campbell making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Set up, 18 Gator. Set up.
Go. Hey, Mike 20.
Hey, high 7.
Pick it up. Mike.
Hey.
Mike 20. Cut.
X3, 2.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
70, Indy.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mike 20. Watch the slant. Hey, Mike 20.
Go.
Mike 20.
Hit it.
2nd and 14.
Let's go, defense.
Trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's it. Big hit.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
On the double.
Mike 10. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey,
6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
46-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You mine. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Go now. 8, read.
Sponge. No. You go tight. You got tight.
Yo, go.
Crunch.
Now.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
3 down. 90 is a mic.
Hey, we got to get this stop here. Hey, Echo.
90 is a mic.
Hey.
90 is a mic.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now a pass here caught by Edelman, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Down. 90 Wolf.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Catch is made by Harry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
General West.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots get a score closer. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Look at me. Zip 2.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Greystone, travel.
Hey, let's get off the field.
Here's Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Second down and inches. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Yep. Ready?
On the ground, it's Geis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Let him know. Hey, alert 3. Switch. Kill.
Hey. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence, flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Bravo.
53's mine.
Go.
53.
From the gun, Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waited.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Down. 70. Indy.
Drop deep.
Fair.
Check 31. Watch twist. Shift. He's coming. Double up.
Go. Let's go.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
44, Patriots 13. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different